Are we up? All right. Hey guys. So our first video kind of messed up, so we're doing. Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. Our first one was kind of bad anyway. We rambled on too much. Yeah. So all right. Welcome to episode 4 of our movies, TV, animation, and whatever the heck else we want to talk about. All right. First up, Chris Hemsworth is being courted to star in the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover, which earlier this year was put in active development. So this is actually really cool because I freaking love Transformers. And Chris Hemsworth is like super cool when it comes to franchises like this. But I really hope that he is not Optimus Prime, because Transformers 1, I am happy that a new generation is going to be involved in, getting involved in Transformers and stuff. But at the same time, I'm kind of sad that that is going to be their number one. Because, like, straight up, it looked like a Nickelodeon movie. Yeah, but anyway, moving on. Giancarlo Esposito, this guy right here, the man needs to be. Yes, he needs to be in everything, and that is the official stance of Z's Comics. Put Giancarlo Esposito in everything. All right. If I need to, I'll start a petition. Anyway, huge rumor. Remember, rumor. He is supposedly going to make his first appearance as whichever character he was cast in the MCU as in Captain America 4. Not only that, but there's also rumors circulating that he will be involved in a Disney Plus series set in the MCU. So, like I said, put the man in everything and I will watch it. All right? So, super excited about that. Let me see. In the world of DC, Batman Ninja is getting a sequel. Why is getting a sequel? I have no idea, because let's be honest, Batman Ninja was not the best. The animation, the cell shading animation, it is cell shading. That's why I'm not recommending you watch it. If you want to watch it, you go right ahead, but I don't recommend it. I'm not a fan of cell shading animation, not even when they use it in anime. But the sequel announced is Batman, either Batman Ninja or Batman versus the Yakuza League. Not entirely sure. I'm guessing. I don't know. It's not even the Yakuza. They're involved in Gotham itself. They're not really a global organization like the League of Shadows or anything, or League of Assassins. Anyway, so if you liked Batman Ninja, keep an eye out for it. There is currently no release window for it. So sorry guys, nothing about that nothing specific yet. But there is a logo and an announcement that just happened a couple days ago. So yeah, go and check it out. Now, let me see. Also in the world of DC, James Gunn has recently confirmed that Deathstroke will be involved somehow in his DC movie universe, which I'm super stoked by, because Deathstroke to me is a really cool character. I hope that they use Joe Manganiello. Really, is that how you pronounce his name?
I don't know, I've always said Manganiello. I think that's how I heard him say it one time. I follow him on Instagram, but
all right. If you see this, Joe, I'm sorry I messed up your last name. Okay, I read interviews. I don't listen to them. Yeah, I forgot he was in Spider-Man. Anyway, so be on the lookout for that. Super stoked, super excited about that. Hopefully, there's a casting call soon. Let me see. Oh, speaking of casting calls, we didn't talk about this in the first video. 28 years later.
Oh, yeah.
28 years later. 2 days ago, just got put in production. Like, they are straight up filming it as of 2 days ago. Yep, as we speak, it is currently being filmed. Let me see. Jodie Comer of Killing Eve, and she is the main female protagonist in Free Guy. She's attached to it. Aaron Taylor Johnson, just like you said.
And coming back?
Cillian Murphy is coming back in some capacity. That is part of the release, the info release that they had when they first announced the movie. So I'm hoping it's still happening, because Cillian Murphy is just good. I've yet to see him in a bad movie. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So 28 years later, in active development, currently in active development. So yeah.
Is it actually 28 years from the time the 28 Days came out?
No. Wasn't it like 2001 or something?
It might have been.
Yeah, so it hasn't in real life. It is not 28 years later, but yeah, they could have done something. But anyway, 2.8 years later. Anyway, so moving on to this is also something we didn't talk about in the first round. Resident Evil 9 has been internally pushed back. What does that mean, internally pushed back? Well, whenever a game or some sort of production does not have a released schedule, like Resident Evil 9 was announced, but it was not given a window to the public as to when it was coming out. The internal release is the deadline that the team has to complete. So the internal deadline has been pushed back. So they're giving it a little bit more thought, which a lot of people are disappointed by. But I'm gonna be honest, man. If I would rather wait an extra year to play a fantastic game than like get pushed up to 2 months away.
I'd say that for a lot of things. Like,
yeah,
sure, no one likes waiting, but in the end,
like as long as the product is
good,
better, yeah,
the waiting can be worth it.
Oh yeah, the waiting can be worth it. A lot of times, time has proven that it isn't. But dude, you just got to try it. All right, you just got to try it. Let me see. In the world of anime, Danmachi, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon? Season 5 has gotten a release trailer. Shooting for the fall. No, shooting for the winter. Yeah, shooting for the winter release schedule. So go ahead.
Fall premiere window.
Oh, it is fall? Okay. I can't read my own handwriting. So it is supposedly reading in the fall. Yeah. All right. And going to The Crow. All right. This is also something that we kind of glossed over because we got off topic a lot. So going to The Crow, Skarsgård, the guy that is actually playing the character of Eric Draven, has gone on and said that he is not entirely happy with the ending to the Crow movie. He said that he wanted it to be more final. So I'm thinking that just from those words, I'm thinking that they're going to try to make a whole franchise out of it, which
Draven himself. Eric himself.
You didn't need to make a whole franchise out of Draven, okay? I mean, the original one did because, Brandon Lee sadly passed away during the production. They used a bunch of tricks, camera tricks, editing tricks to finish up the movie without him at the behest of his family, actually. They actually came out and said, no, people need to see this movie. They need to see his final performance. And they were gave their blessings and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
His grave a few months ago.
Really?
Yeah, when I went up to Washington. Him and his dad, Bruce Lee.
Huh. Dude, you did not tell me that. That is cool. But anyway, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not. I'm going to see this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to try to be neutral when I see this movie. But I gotta say, man, it looks like it's trying to do too much. It looks like it's trying to be too much. And it looks like. See, the original one was great because in the original story, the whole how he loses her is through an act of chaos. There's nothing planned about it. All right. And in this one, everything looks like it was by design. Everything like she was killed by design. They were targeted. There's nothing crazy that happens to where like it
like, oh, dang, sad luck.
Yeah. There's nothing saying that it was just bad luck. To me, that was what made the original so great because it was just, dude, there was nothing that could have been done. You know what I mean? So this one, I don't know. I'm still really iffy on. I'm still going to see it. But yeah. So hopefully they can fix that soon. Next up, our review of My Adventures with Superman episodes 1 and 2. Don't do that. I saw you put your hand up.
It wasn't
Oh, okay.
Jeez, that reminds me of something. Earlier today, I actually saw there's a video where a lady was like, "What a world we live in! When you put your hand up like this, but nobody will say anything." And then she starts to turn it over, and it's like, "Come on, Zach."
You need to watch the video and see my face on that. I was like, no.
I was zooming away.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry. All right, My Adventures with Superman episodes 1 and 2. I love this series.
It's great.
Episodes 1 and 2 were released on the same day, so our review is kind of just going to be a little jumbled. First up, voice acting, top notch as always. All right, Jack Quaid and Alice Lee as Lois Lane.
We
Fantastic.
messed up on the first time we did this.
Yeah, I said Amy Lee, and then I remembered it was.
Some news-worthy stuff, and we actually looked at
Oh yeah, we researched. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, all the voice actors top notch always. The animation amazing. I'm digging the new origin for the Kryptonians. I'm not gonna do any spoilers on this one because it hasn't even been out a full week yet.
I'm doing my best. I'm the guy that. I'm admittedly the guy in this group that we gotta look out for that. I just get too excited.
It's so excited. But it is exciting. All right, this series is so good. All right. It jumps. It jumps from at the end of season 1 from Thanksgiving to the start of season 2, Valentine's Day. All right, and Lois. Wait a minute.
We do this live.
Yeah. Superman or Clark Kent and Lois Lane. They're in their new relationship jitters kind of thing. He's trying to come up with stuff to do for Valentine's Day, but what does the most powerful man on earth do for Valentine's Day? Yeah. Turns out it's spicy and non-spicy ramen, and
spicy for her, non-spicy for him.
The man is like, okay.
He's got his limits. Okay?
Yeah, he does have his limits. I don't. Does it mess with his stomach? What does that look like? We should not be talking about this. Anyway, and then oh yeah, we can talk about the poem.
We'll call back to the OG 78 Superman.
To me, that's like the only downside of the entire movie. Can you read my mind? Well, it was a good little Easter egg. I loved it. I laughed my butt off so bad that I had to rewind it. The new origin for the Fortress of Solitude is in this. New origin for Jor-El, for the whole Kryptonian decline, all that stuff in the first episode. And I gotta say, man, it's refreshing. This origin doesn't really. I haven't seen it in comics. The closest I've seen is maybe Earth 1, but honestly, it's Earth 1 was not this. Earth 1 was close, but it was not this. I mean, I'm really trying to keep things vague or anything, but it is a refreshing take on this. It is very aggressive. Their origin is very aggressive. But Jor-El's motivations still kind of align with his original goal to save his son. So that's pretty cool. And then you finally get to have an interaction between Jor-El and Superman, Clark Kent, Kal-El.
Which I like the little joke that they played when he's all like, "Wait, you actually speak?" And he's like, "I needed time to learn the language." And for the first time, he
basically turned an AI off before it learned how to talk. So in the first season, and yeah, they kind of make fun of it a little bit, and but yeah, that was pretty good. The new origin for the, like I said, for the Fortress of Solitude is in there. There's some like universe warp shenanigans kind of thing. And Task Force X is proving to be a thorn in the side of Superman. I'm guessing that they are going to be the main antagonist for the entire series. But they're doing pretty good. Amanda Waller, the Wall. All right, I have never been disappointed with any version of Amanda Waller. Okay, and this one is no exception. She is ruthless. She is bordering narcissistic. And the megalomania involved with her character. Oh my gosh! All right, I have not.
Epitome of the means.
Justify the ends. All right, and yeah, it's pretty good. So her characterization is pretty good. The only weak link I see is the pretty boy version of Deathstroke.
Yeah, I'm still not too sold on that.
Yeah, I mean, I did like Atomic Skull pops up in the second episode. I do like how all of the supers and the metahumans are. I like their new origin story. I mean, this is a world that has not seen anything like this, and there is a jumping off point. There is there's a spark that starts all of this, and you see it in season 2, episode 2. Let me see what else. Jimmy's net worth.
Jimmy's net worth, little gag that they got going on.
A little gag. If you remember, at the end of season 1, it's been a year, guys. So no, like I'm not even spoiling it at this point. It's been a year. He sells his Flamebird network for 7.2 million after making it big by interviewing Superman and all that stuff. And so yeah, he sold it, and now he's rich. He's like, I don't have to do a thing anymore, rich, but he still does because he likes people. And the running gag throughout it is just at some point he just like spending all of his money, and it's kind of funny.
To be honest, a lot of us would do that if we got
that. We really would. We'd be really dumb. But yeah, it's super cool episodes. I love the characterizations. I'm excited where this is going. I can see the cracks starting to form in the Lois Lane Clark Kent relationship. And yeah, they are going to start hitting their bumps pretty soon. You can tell it's like it's coming to an end. It's coming to an end. But at the same time, it's Superman and Lois. You know they're gonna work it out. I like how the new origin for Kara is it's not her taking off at being sent as an already like
she's the same age as him.
She, in this one, I will say that. Because they actually showed it in commercials that Kara's a baby when they send off Clark. So both of them, sent off as babies. They were just sent off to like make sure they didn't die. No one was supposed to take care of anybody. But in this one, sent off as a baby, and I want to see. I'm excited to see how where does she grow up, and does that cultural difference? Yeah, okay, well,
I was
on the off chance, what if she's a baby? And then Superman has to raise her.
I mean, we're not trying to be spoilery, but I would think some of they're showing like a different planet thing going on. At first, I was thinking, okay, this got to be him, but now I'm thinking, oh, wait a minute, what if it's actually?
Yeah.
What if it's actually her?
Yeah. That would be pretty interesting. So that's pretty interesting. And then oh man. It's just a solid episode. 5 out of 5. I love this series.
For the comic book tie-in that's coming
out. Yeah, the comic book tie-in actually goes on sale next Wednesday, June 6th. Yeah, pretty crazy. June 5th goes on sale. So check your local comic shops. It's supposed to bridge the gap between season 1 and 2, so it'll probably be taking place around Christmas time, New Year's time. So yeah, and the artwork for every cover, it actually looks really cool. Let me see. We're also reviewing Garfield. So Garfield, the movie. Chris Pratt, dude. Just change your voice, man. Like if you want to do voice acting, do some voice acting. Okay, go to a class, something. All right. And the funny thing is, he has more range vocally as Andy Dwyer than he does in any of his cartoon voices. Okay, if you heard his voice in Lego Movie, you've heard his voice in Super Mario and Garfield. Okay, he doesn't change his voice. I love Super Mario. I love the movie. I could have done without Chris Pratt voicing him, like even now. All right, yeah, and Garfield is no exception. I mean, like the dude doesn't change his voice. Garfield should be voiced by deadpan people. I would rather have Aubrey Plaza voice Garfield than Chris Pratt, because she gets that sometimes you just need to not have inflection. Like I don't know. That's just me. Anyway, but the movie itself is actually very good. It has features other voice actors: Nicholas Hoult, Samuel L. Jackson. Yep. And a couple other. Snoop Dogg makes a cameo. There's some
double G.
He makes a brief cameo. And Brett Goldstein. He's no, he's a cat. He's a cat. Yeah, if I remember right, yeah, he's a cat. Also, Brett Goldstein from Ted Lasso. Yeah. So he's doing it, and he does this weird little Brooklyn accent in there. It's kind of funny. So yeah, it is straight up a kids movie. I'm not recommending you go see it if you don't have kids, but if you do have kids, or if you're cool, like turning off your brain, just go see something vibrant and fun. Go see this movie. Take your kids to go see this movie. I love this movie. I'm just not a fan of Chris Pratt voicing any character ever. Like I love Chris Pratt, but he should not be a voice
Chris
actor.
Pratt fans just like, well,
Yeah,
you know, venture into that line.
just like
something.
put some effort into it. All right, and that about brings us to a close. All right, so tune in next time.